what you say. Oh, was it?
Girl, you the dirt.
Oh God, because you are crazy.
That's just quick enough. I see. I see. Very bad. Girl, that's why I came. And I love everybody. I just, that's why I came. Relationship. And I don't have no problem with nobody that can do that. I think about what be going through their head if I'm on my knees sucking dick. Or they behind me, long dick in me from the back, and I'm like, mm, mm. I be wanting some of the light skin to be careful too. Hey. A long conversation with a friend of mine. Really, man? Light skin, be careful. Can they say nigga? Yeah, be careful. Really, man? Light skin. Be careful. So the only ones you don't have problems with is the dark ones. I don't have no problem with this stuff. I love this dark meat. Bitch.
When I see meat, baby.
Oh, they got one in white. What's my meat? But my meat was dark. I like my meat dark. Bitch, you dark skin, you in the dog. You dog, bitch, you in the dog, bitch. I'm like, I know. Oh my goodness. Like I say, I don't like skin here. That's just because the girls gonna say you colorist. That's what they say. That just ain't that ain't what I walked into the door seeing. Whatever you like. You dated like you dated. Yeah, I have. But I have. Yes, I have. What was your drawing to? What was my nigga? Was they don't know that I was with dark men. Really, man? I dated them, but I was fucking those dark men. Ain't nothing like having some like your balls hanging over your face.
Like teabag.
Oh, I got to pull this teabag out of here. Be like, yes. Oh my
So
God.
what I hear you saying is you were cheating?
Yes. The Bible says, do unto others as you have them do unto you. And it also says, turn the other cheek. And I did.
So would you say that you're a cheater?
No. I'm an energy match. You got to make me stay inside. Because I'm contrary to popular belief, I'm pretty. And not only that, bitch, I like men that like greasy pork chops. If you like you some pork chops.
Are you saying you're a greasy?
Oh, very greasy pork chops. Very greasy.
Where's this analogy going?
I like when I pull my clothes off the mother and that shit fall down and the titties fall down. They be like, man, damn, it's real. It's real. There's even dimples in that. There's even dimples in it. Golly. Bitch, you real.
Oh God.
Surprise, surprise. And ever since I see my mama's head got dimples all in it. My mom get a shout, I look at the moon and get a dimple.
She would call
Most women I know got dimples and shit in their head. Of a certain age. Bitch. Oh, you know. You know about those dimples in those ass.
You like a little devil in that?
Yeah, you got a stretch mark on it. You know that pussy good. It's a stretch mark on that motherfucker. Bitch. That's those stretch marks are making room for more stuff. That's right. Bitch. That's some stretch marks on your ass. I like me like real. Like really. Because I got all that. I get naked and so up under here. What is it up under there? Oh, God. I mean, no, bitch, it's a It's a dimple. It's a birth ball. Bitch, don't ask me about that. You don't know nothing about that. Don't go to ask me about that shit. Dear God. Yes. See, that's why I know that man. And then when that gay man over there wants you to have no fat, no feels. Get the fuck out of here. Bitch, if you feel something, it's gonna be somewhere else. You have to trim the meat off it.
Speaking of reaching into the community, though, it's into the queer community, we mentioned that earlier. You know, this has become really big on social media.
We'll talk about it, Ray.
And I'm not a bald kid. I thought you should have got it earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still, my stomach's still hurting. I can feel it, baby.
But that warmth is gonna. You can feel it, what?
Baby.
You know what trauma started you on?
Girl.
For you. What can I get you?
You know,
Franklin over there. God, she available.
Yeah, I wasn't that close with Franklin when we was coming up, but I knew him a little. I always had respect for the dude. I mean, man, we went our separate.
Oh my God. So don't make a level. What's so wrong with it? You can come out of here.
Get into online beef and reading sessions, and they don't know how to go at it. They are keeping it very surfacey. They are giving, basic reads to people who are obliterating them. And I've seen this online before where it's like, yo, if I could get like a...
And this is a perfect example, kind of similar to the whole fish thing. What happens when you reach into the community, don't know the history of the thing.
Yes.
A lot of you who are not a part of the community are doing this with these fingers, your index finger and your thumb. It's actually the middle finger and the thumb. So if you're going to do it, you need to do it the correct way. Because the bald children are upset with y'all. They're like, stop reaching over here doing shit. You ain't even doing it right. It's this.
Thank you, Roy.
Not this.
Thank you, my baby Roy. Thank you.
That's your PSA.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that meant. I thought it was
Be scared, motherfucker. Get your black ass out here and suck my cock.
oh, white guy.
What did you say to me, baby? What? What did you say to me? Private.
Well, if he called you a nigga, I think it's warranted.
I said, he said, get your black ass out here and suck my cock.
Oh, I don't know why.
You know what's upsetting
Yeah,
me?
because you know you gon' hear nigga. you gon' hear nigga.
Those words are spent.
You gon' hear that in the undertone. You gon' hear it. You're gonna hear it. Even though it ain't said. It's fine. It's fine. Listen. You can fuck up me on a gift kick, but you like, I don't know whether to knock you out.
Correct.
Where?
Repeat yourself.
Hmm.
Now don't repeat that because I may hit you. So don't repeat that.
I love water. I say they don't drink water.
Well, that's that expensive one you got on the refrigerator.
Correct. But I still understand how people say they don't drink water. Like, they don't. That's all I drink is water. What are you looking at?
Number, what you doing?
You have to go back into that voice. Sorry.
I didn't hear you. Damn.
Oh, God.
Black hair.
But Maddie,
I love my girl.
you know you gotta do all of that, though.
I love my girl.
That's not a job you don't.
I love my girl. She don't mean it, really.
Listen,
Listen, she don't mean
you
it.
the one brought us back over there.
Because it's on my mind.
You the one that brought it up. Two or three times.
Yeah, because it's on my mind. When somebody, I'm like,
That's right. Oh.
yeah. fucking with me when I bring that big nigga over there. I don't know what to bring this with me. I don't know if I heard the undertone of Nick, you nigger. Yeah, you nigger. Wait a minute, I don't know if I heard that. It was. Yeah. I'm telling you. Y'all fuck white women in the country. Y'all don't hear that in y'all mind, but I hear it all the time. When I come back in white women together. Oh, okay.
Are you Illinois one before?
You know that's black man still right.
What's this in Nigeria? Because that nigga that we were just talking about in Maverick City is African as well.
But I was young though.
And listen, well, you don't have to explain that was your experience. But again, I'm just saying, y'all don't hear the undertone.
But that was 100%.
Bring your big that Nico Congo big pretty.
That was
First of all, don't say the word cock to me at all. I need you to say dick, but don't talk to me at all.
Yeah. It's like. Girl, is that Bell Palsy? What is that? I'm still. I don't know what to do right now. Oh, God. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Hey, this chair.
I was young.
You're where we leaned in.
I was young. I was like my friend. My friend was a Boy Scout, so we had to join this new Boy Scout convention. My friend invited me to go.
They had Boy Scouts in Nigeria, or is this here?
Oh, this is in America. Okay, go ahead. No, we just wanted to know because we're not.
Communications department, where it is up there.
We're from here. We're black American.
Yes.
We're not African American.
It was here.
Okay.
And so, I can't remember what happened, but all I heard was this white kid say, "See, that's why y'all should still be slaves. Y'all shouldn't be free."
I told you, they're going to always show you why you're not equal in their eyes.
But she's like, first of all, bitch, I own slave. That's what you said.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
And see, see, some of you Africans,
That's not what I said.
you want to be in close proximity with them.
That's not what I said.
Some of you Africans want to be in close proximity with those white people, and so that hurts you to your core.
That's not why I heard it from my boy.
You thought he was your friend.
No, my friend. I was with my friend. There was another kid who was white that was talking to me and my friend. It wasn't. I didn't even know the kid from a can of paint.
You were trying to be his friend.
No, I wasn't. I didn't even know him. Don't project on me.
You were trying to be that white boy's friend. True Nigerian, bitch.
First of all,
Check out his name.
he also.
That's not some of the Dominican speak.
No, I went to the Boy Scout. My friend was.
You want me to get you?
That is how some of the Dominicans speak.
You want those land girls to really play? You want those land girls? You spitting on those land?
Some of the Dominican girls who are darker than me and Mo do not believe that they're black.
You want those land girls?
Am I lying? Somebody said too many N-words in this podcast. Please log off.
Yeah, this podcast is unapologetically Negro. And we use nigga, pump, fag, hard, fag, cracker, dagger, cracker, nigger, hard, This is not your conventional podcast.
It's not.
I have that on house. I don't use that over there.
That's right.
But bitch, over here, it goes down in the motherfucking compound. To this motherfucker.
It does. And whoever that was that just put in the comments, you said, look up Norman's wife. Thank you for that. I can't see your name because it went by so fast. Yeah, he's married to someone. She looks like she's white. That Maverick guy that I said is Norman, and he said he got the PPP money from Trump. His wife looks like she's white. I looked them up. Because there's some niggas, niggas in this bitch. It's niggas in here. All day long. It's white folks in here.
It's niggers in here, and it's some crackers that may triple through. There's some faggots out there. There's some dykes, bulldaggers, punks, sissies, cock eaters. We get demonetized all the time, girl. We don't do this for the money. We get demonetized. We don't do this for the money.
That's true.
We're demonetized probably right now from the top of the show. This is what you gotta
I
understand.
think as soon as we log in, it's like, yo.
And I personally, and this is what I need you to understand, and that I've been preaching for the long. This is not Laverne over here. See, this is Laverne is going through this because y'all are used to y'all have never got Laverne in her raw, true form because she has to dance to the beat of a drum that keeps her in a space. I don't give a fuck about that kind of shit, and I've never gave a fuck about it. I don't give a fuck about that. And that's why somebody wrote in the comments earlier and said, Madison, you occupy white spaces too. But when I walk in those white spaces, I let them know that I'm the hard E and the hard R, that they better not ever use as E.
They better not what?
I'm the hard E and the hard R, that they better not motherfucking use E. Bitch, or it'll get real rough up in here.
What's he gonna do?
It'll get real rough up in this bitch. And I'm not saying, Laverne, that you use the hard, that you use the whatever.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm not either, but I'm pretty sure that that's magic con.
I'm just saying, when I walk in the motherfucking building, bitch, I'm black like that, and I let it be known. And that's probably why that people will get 50 steps ahead of me, because, bitch, I don't get into that. And I'm not saying that you get into that. But, bitch, I don't play none of that. You don't see me occupy a white space and say, hey, don't you play with me in this motherfucker. Ain't you not seen me do it, Mo? You motherfuckers better not play with me in this bitch.
Oh, that's a bitch.
What
That's
we doing?
why.
I'll take this motherfucker out. It'll be a black out in here. I'll blindfold you motherfuckers in this bitch.
Watch your hair all over again.
I'll blindfold you motherfuckers in here, bitch. You would think that's what you would think we did 1999. I'm T.S. Madison everywhere I motherfucking go. And bitch, that's why it has always been a little bit difficult for me to maneuver through this, because people's like, oh God, they get in a
What's she gonna say? What's she gonna
say? I'm gonna say what he said. You just better watch it. You just better watch it. Because the same way I walk into the black space, I walk into the black space, hey, y'all ain't gonna be right. You think you gonna sit around me in a circle and serve me, bitch? Get me the fuck up out of this motherfucker. So I spit on one of you pussy assholes in this bitch.
Yeah, bitch, that tea works. Tell me that tea works.
Oh, yeah. It's moving. Whoever that is, that's different here. Different. You may need to go watch The Outlaw, because I don't say, well, I mean, I say some shit over there too.
It's not as
But I don't get deep like this.
Different. So, one of the other things that I noticed is happening on social media too, a lot of black women have decided to boycott these African braiding shops.
Oh.
Have you been seeing that?
I've seen some stuff, but I didn't know it was that big. That's that deep.
Yeah, they going in over there on TikTok.
Oh, what did happen?
Well, they're just saying that the level of service that they've been getting, the lack of customer service that they've been receiving, all of those things, right? And I'm not here to say whether or not. Let me go back. So remember earlier when we were talking about Laverne, I said I am not calling for her to be canceled
At all.
because I don't believe.
I don't.
And
she's one of our leaders.
Right, but
I'm not the biggest leader, Queen.
Go ahead.
She is.
Go ahead.
I just want them to know this, so when they go to chop, because you know they have to chop shit up.
Right.
You know how they
But I ain't gonna chop this part nowhere.
You never know, because I keep seeing this after the girl.
They're gonna chop the parts when you call her wig choppy.
I said it to her. This is the fucking, this is the wig. That's what you call a shortcut.
They're gonna chop the part when you were imitating her voice.
Well, she said that was her. And she was looking at the fucking sky. My sister was in love with that nigga. I mean that. That's
Self-terrified screams. I will assume you made it through the uncharted tunnel and into the den of strung out motion. Things are going according to plan, huh? Now, let's see what he has for us in the vehicle this time. You're in the area where Mr. Rubio's personal
all the lights. I gotta see no different person.
under their command. No disguise required.
I hated white chocolate.
Requires 2 key cards.
I don't eat chocolate anymore, but when I used to eat chocolate, I hated white chocolate. I never liked the taste of white chocolate.
Sí, anda por aquí. Lo vi hace un rato.
I know.
I wasn't gonna do that, but
Don't do that. Why y'all gotta always do that?
Hey, he is what he is. We niggas over here.
your whites are black.
Look, get my look. My favorite. I like my whipping. I like my
White?
dark.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, okay, no more.
Like God, it's okay.
It is.
Stop it. Oh, now I gotta stop it. But you was talking to the girl. It was the way she was in love with us. Girl. Oh, I gotta stop. But you can circle back about 3 times. Remember, so you get like, she didn't go.
No, I'm not saying that. But I will say this about the but you got I did have a problem with black people. Most importantly, that's what I was going to say. Specifically, black people, especially because they feel like giving the fortune and the wealth and the experience and the success right back to them. But what I was going to say was about that too. Considering that he was also a cop, I couldn't help but think that he was one of them dirty ass cops that was riding around New York City giving a hard time to black and brown people, stopping and frisking bitch, racially profiling. I couldn't stop to think about all of that.
That was going to be a
Yes, God, you couldn't be up in my goddamn bed.
really bad. Really bad. Frank, also you have to realize that Laverne is from Alabama.
Well, then she should know that that was a lie. Because Alabama's where the white people got their ass whipped over there on Juneteenth. Yeah, she did.
Watching television, you're conditioned to like white men. That's all you really see on TV. Like all of that is white men. Oh God. Tom Cruise.
So her TV didn't have fine black men? Well, what channel was they watching in Alabama? Loretta, we love you, girl. That's why she ain't called this phone yet.
Girl, it's very much so grown. Tom Cruise and Christian Slater and girl, all the girls. But we didn't know what they was, Craig. They were flashing in front of us and like this is hot.
Anyway, the black women on social media are saying that they're going to boycott the operators because of a lack of customer service and treatment and da-da-da-da. Again, I'm not here to say whether or not that should happen or not. I would just say, while y'all boycott the Asian salons that's nasty towards y'all.
Bitch, you should have shot that Asian lady and that's it. She said, your mama, bitch. And that black lady got up.
Right. Don't stop at the African Brady shop. Keep on over there to the Asian salons, too.
I mean, they're not wrong. They're not wrong.
They're not nasty and they're not good to you.
You ain't got deleted. Girl, put it back in, Mo. They fell out, put it back in. It's nothing. Baby, it's what's on to me. Oh,
Baby, can't go down?
was all over the place.
My hormones been all over the place. Ever since I see Galactus walking through the city, big Galactus with those blue eyes.
Oh my God. Oh my freaking goodness.
Your Russell's gonna cuss me out.
Oh well.
You know how I give it up. I understood what I understood what because like everybody want this. When you have built yourself, I don't build myself up for perfection. I let you bitches know I'm flawed, I'm fucked up. I'm gonna say some shit that may be wrong. Really gonna get out there and march this. You ain't gonna whoop me. You ain't gonna beat me. You're not gonna pop me. I may say some fucked up shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't really mean it. Maybe I'm talking and having a true conversation. But that's just what it is, you know?
So you know Stephen Colbert's show got canceled. They canceled the show because he's been very critical of this Trump administration.
Oh, I was gagging crazy.
It brought up the reason I heard this because it brought up the fact that, you know, that bill that he just signed.
Well, right.
To unite Paramount and stop.
He signed a deal for them to merge.
Right.
Paramount to merge with another company.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's why we're going to go to that Elizabeth Warren video. But let me say this real quick. That's the one right there. Right. But what happened was Stephen Colbert's show was canceled because he basically called out Paramount Pictures because they had run like a promo video or something. Trump threatened to sue Paramount. They went on and cut Trump a $16 billion check to avoid going to court. But it was just a frivolous lawsuit. They cut the check. And what people are saying, insiders are saying is, they only cut the check to not be a nuisance to him because Paramount knew that they were going to try to do this merger, this big merger, and they needed the president's signature. So if you play that video with Elizabeth Warren, she can explain it.
Okay, go ahead, Adam.
Huge breaking news just brought. Paramount's $8 billion merger with Skydance, another giant media company. This could be corruption, and here's the reason. Maybe you saw that Stephen Colbert's show was canceled last week. Well, just 3 days before it was canceled, Colbert called out Trump and Paramount, which is CBS's parent. So making a deal that looks like a, quote, big, fat bribe. Those three words. So what's that quote unquote potential bribe that Colbert was referring to? Trump filed a sham lawsuit against CBS, but instead of fighting it, CBS's parent company, Paramount, paid Trump $16 million to his future presidential library. So you got to ask, why did Paramount do that if the suit was, quote, meritless? Well, maybe because they needed Trump to approve their multi-billion-dollar merger, which Trump just did. The appearance of this wink-wink deal basically lets every other company and every other billionaire know that Trump is open for business, apparently happy to accept offers in exchange for favors. On top of that, this deal is bad for competition and could make it more expensive for you to stream your favorite TV shows or movies or sports or whatever.
There we go.
So, just like I've been doing for weeks, I'm calling for an urgent, independent investigation into this Paramount deal to see if this was actually bribery. And make no mistake, these CEOs may think that they can get away with anything they want, but they are not immune from the law. Bribery is still illegal. None of us can be silent about this because you better believe Donald Trump isn't stopping here. Already, he's seemingly running the same play by suing the Wall Street Journal for publishing a story that Trump doesn't like about his parent relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Look, every single one of us needs to show Trump and the CEOs that we see what they are doing and we will not be silenced.
And you know that white nigga's in them Epstein files. And the woman, just Lane, or whatever her name is, the woman that's in jail, who was Epstein's right-hand person who was helping him to procure those women and girls that they were, assaulting or sexualizing. She's asking for immunity because they're not trying to get her involved. She's already in jail, now she's asking for immunity. And then on top, just Lane, Maxwell. And then to add insult to injury, did you hear recently that they just burned like 500 tons of food? It was like a.
They did.
It was a foreign aid
They
program.
did.
They had 500 tons
Yeah.
of food stored for like
Yeah.
impoverished countries and children and whatever around the world. When I tell you the food was set to expire, and that white nigga told them people to burn it.
Yeah. He
And I
did.
believe it cost an additional $100,000 to incinerate the food.
200. 200.
But it was the food cost $800,000.
Yeah, it was 200.
It was $800,000 worth of food. It was 500 tons. It was about to expire, and instead of them distributing it to poor children, they went on and incinerated it, and it cost the American taxpayer.
Yeah, us.
An additional $100,000 just to burn it.
2. It was 2.
This is the kind of shit that people voted for? Yeah. This is the kind of shit that people say, oh, well, we don't need to vote.
Yep.
Yeah, voting doesn't matter. These are the kind of decisions. And they're even saying, I've even seen things where they've talked about, you go on your weather, you pull up the weather.
Oh, they said it's 130,000 per Google.
130,000, thank you. And you go and look up your weather. Sometimes that shit is not even accurate. And many have been saying that's part of the reason why Texas flooded, because he's removed funding for like the instruments and things that they use to predict the weather.
Yeah.
To give people warnings and say, oh, bitch, it's about to storm. Get up out of there. Like,
Same shit with the plane.
So what you
same thing with air traffic control. So. And then I saw something, I think it was yesterday.
Wrong one.
They have, they're hiring ICE agents, $100,000 a year, with a $40,000 sign-on bonus. And bitch, how much do teachers make? You got all this money for ICE agents, but bitch, you can't pay teachers.
Yeah.
You can't pay teachers, but you are hiring bounty hunters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Beach, bounty hunters.
Yeah.
You're hiring bounty hunters for $100,000 a year and a $40,000.
Bitch, I used to love this kind of car.
It's like, this is insane. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love this kind of car in Grand Theft Auto 3. Bitch, this used to be it.
I believe that whatever's going on with him, this cardiovascular shit that they're trying to downplay, is obviously probably a lot. I believe it's a lot more serious than they're actually reporting. The devil's trying to minimize shit.
But Craig, this is what people thinking, like when he goes, all the problems are going to go away. He's already put this stuff in place to uphold everything. It's kind of like he's gone, but the seat's not.
Right, because things have already been put into motion. I mean, they've been predicting that even if things gets turned around in terms of the way that we vote in the upcoming elections, it still could take years, maybe a decade or so to to overturn things that he's undone.
Yeah.
And now Arkansas got some whites on the town. Have you seen that? Sir, ma'am, we're not interested in being part of your town. You won't need us. You won't need us. In fact, I came across this video. I think I posted it on my Instagram. Look real quick. It was a gentleman who said, and he's a billionaire. It's a black guy. He's a billionaire. And he talked about how this country, this economy, could not make it without us.
I've been looking for you.
I had posted that. I think it's on my Facebook. Let me look real quick.
Who is that at 127?
Oh, this? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, Ew.
Okay, here it is. Y'all ready? Yeah. This comprehensive knowledge. See what's happened in the history of the world. In 1950, when there was only say white.
I'm saving my last clip after this brunch. Wanna come? I could not agree more. What the fuck, yo? I can't get nobody to rock with me on this one. You fools are lame. Forestville. I don't know. Legal coke is like way
It's
important.
all white,
And the war
wealthy,
crime
white,
and the
all at the
respect.
same time. That's what's up right now. You have more people under age 18 than ours. Everybody wants to see under age 18, under 18 are black and brown. This economy is 70% consumer spending. 70.
Yeah.
Sales, lit, super things. Small business, zero. Small things, what you control. The largest economy on the planet. $3 trillion. And it can't survive without you. So here's what I say. I've been in Porsche, I've been in time, I've been in conferences, very conservative people. Here's what I say. It only survives this test. They don't do this. I say, I think you think, you know what I'm going to say. Here's what I have to say.
Hey, girl.
I cut it there, but he was speaking at Bishop Jake's church. And,
But what he said?
well, basically he was saying that this economy cannot survive without us because we are bigger consumers. We're bigger consumers. And so, and the reason that I brought that up was because these white people were talking about they want an all-white town in Arkansas. Baby, you can't survive without us. Y'all can. This country cannot survive without us. I think I shared here before, and this is many years ago when I was in college. At that time, I don't know what it is now, but at that time when I was in college, if you looked at all of the money that black people in this country spent in a single year on entertainment, on clothes, cars, going out to eat, all that kind of shit, electronics, we would have been at that time the ninth wealthiest country in the world. Just on the money that we spend. But see, again, it's about aligning our vision and just figuring out how to come together. You know what I mean? But we're in a position, part of the reason why I think some of this stuff is happening, is really to kind of awaken black people, because I am starting to see. It feels like anyway, like black people are starting to face and really see this economy, this society, for what it is. Because I think there's always been this aspirational part of us as a people where we've always been hopeful that white people would finally just kind of see us and accept us. But what's happened is, in my opinion, white people have looked to their left and looked to their right, bitch, and there's too many of us that seem like we're close to them financially. We're in their neighborhoods. We're in their conference rooms at work. We're in their gyms. And they got scared. And it's all, bitch, we need to vote, move our votes because these niggas get close to us. You know what I'm saying? So I think that there's a wave, and it might just be a slight ripple right now, but I think that we're finally starting to awaken and
I
not
think
be
it's totally
so
doable.
anticipatory of white people finally accepting us. And that goes back to the thing that I was saying earlier about the Ralph Lauren thing. Yes, I'm great. I'm glad that the black guy is at the head of that design team. But they've always, Andre Leon Talley was at the head of Vogue. They never credited him the way they should have. So the fuck what? It's a position. What I'm saying is, Ralph Lauren, give us part of that motherfucking billion-dollar profit multi-billion-dollar profit that you're making. It's not enough to give us a job, bitch. You've always given us a job. It's not enough for us to just entertain you. We've always entertained you, but you had niggas walking through the back door to come entertain you. Couldn't even stay in a hotel. But they coming to entertain you. So it's not enough for us to tap dance for you. Give us a part of the pie, goddammit.
Speaking of fucking AI.
Oh, yes.
Let's play it. AI is drinking up all of our fresh water, and everything on our phones are starting to use AI without us even consenting to it. I recently was on Google on my phone, like you know how it's your main browser when you buy an iPhone, you browse or Google can be your main browser. And I was realizing that every time I searched anything, AI was giving me an answer before I even looked for the answer myself. And people would say like, why don't you just Google it, like get off the chat GPT. Google is also using AI, Gemini, and so I switched it in my settings. You know, you can do that. You go to your smart settings on your iPhone and switch the search engine. And I switched it to Bing, which I did not know was owned by Microsoft because Bing also uses AI. And then I switched it to yeah. But AI is drinking up all of our fresh water. 100% of water on Earth is drinkable. AI is using all of it is. And I don't want to be responsible for not having water to drink. Like, I've used AI before. I'm not saying I use it, but I'm making the decision now to not use it everywhere that I can, like, without it being shoved down my throat. Like, if I switch from Google to Yahoo, I will. And I'm not gonna just use AI anymore. Like, it doesn't make any sense. We're not gonna have any drinkable water.
I know you guys heard it, but I just want to kind of run what she's saying in that video is every time we use artificial intelligence, aka AI, it is depleting our fresh water drinking supply because a lot of that water is used to cool the computers, the technology that's used to generate the information that you're asking AI to do. So what she's saying is, even when you go to Google, when you go in and say, what year was I became assassinated, Google didn't used to use AI, but now you'll say AI, it'll say AI, da da da. And I've noticed that on my Alexa. Yeah,
According to Chat.
yeah. And so,
You got the sea sharks? Get to the island. It's only a matter of time before he does a Butch Cassidy nut
It
job.
has you know how they have that little
yeah, yeah, let you know that like it's working, it's
working.
working. Yeah, yeah.
Instagram does that too. I'm not sure about Facebook.
And then just a little bit deeper. A little deeper. Yeah, and just go a little bit deeper. This is where Elon Musk comes in. Because a lot of this technology plans are, are being built in Black America. They're being built in Black, they're being put in. And see, that's environmental racism. That's what we're doing today. That's environmental racism. Because we don't know what kind of harmful rays and radiation and shit come. And that shit is in your backyard. Your children out there playing. And then that town down there in Texas where Elon just that whole planet. And over in Memphis, they're doing shit like that too. Very similar to but it's very similar to what's happening in the Carolinas. Again, environmental racism. A lot of those pig farms, like your big pork chops and stuff, those slaughterhouses. A lot of those are in Black owned. And when they slaughter those pigs, and they hang them out in the yard with those barrels, they gut them, they hang them out there in the sun, and then cure it to make bacon, whatever else the fuck they do. This is over. And it is not a coincidence that a lot of the Black people are now having sniffing those toxins. You got rotten meat. You know what smells like rotten meat. Just imagine if it's a pig farm in your community, and they got pigs out there, and they spray yeah, they fertilize the pesticide. They also use rid of that pig shit. And those mules are out there, so now you smell pig shit.
Never should have stuck my head out.
And there were studies and stories about
Don't answer
how,
the phone to Lester
yes,
Crest.
come on, Aaron
Sorry,
Brockovich.
Buckeye.
Yeah, take me back. That
No.
was the premise of that movie, Aaron Brockovich. Julia Roberts was the star of that. But there have been stories about these documentaries about these farms in black communities and how cancer rates increased in those neighborhoods, in those communities. Just something to think about. Again, this is why it's important to vote. This is why it's important to be engaged and to pay attention to what's happening. We do a lot of laughing and other things, but we do our best to try to give you something to think about, something to really chew on. So just think about it, especially for our college students. I know a lot of you probably are using AI.
You know, I said there was a small window. That
Every
window's
time you use
closing.
that AI,
If you don't get Avi to page soon, the transponder's gonna lock, and all this will be for nothing.
the fresh water supply
Mr.
that they're
Crest,
using
you...
that water for the computer system that they use to generate information.
Try to be fresh water, try to get some of that seawater. You can't put seawater inside machines, man. You can't let the seawater run inside machines.
All that goddamn salt.
The machine wouldn't be salt.
Okay, somebody said Elon is building near Lemoyne College in Memphis. He got something down in Texas too. I did mention Memphis. I thought I did when I was talking to him. Okay, but he's got something in Texas too. And I can't remember the area. I know somebody knows what I'm talking about, but in Texas he was approved to build down there, and it's like its own little city. It's in Austin, Texas. Thank you, Lulu. It's in Austin, Texas. It's large enough that he has its own. It's like its own city and some shit. Yes, Elon built. Yes, it passed today. See that? Where is that? Passed by it today. Right here. Elon built a huge plane outside of Austin, Texas. And so again, similar kind of shit. They said it's fear mongering. Well, we're not fear mongering, we're trying to educate you.
What now? Now they're after you too. They're after all of us. We should go to the hills.
There's some people that can't open their eyes.
Who that? What?
The Hogan family is asking people to stop saying Hulk Hogan is racist, so instead, we will say that this beast was racist. And now the weapon.
Fuck him. Jamal Warner died this last week. That was so sad. No, we're not gonna put Dr. Honestly, Hulk Hogan and that motherfucker co-authored the project. Right.
You gotta drop the heat before you meet Paige.
Malcolm went with them.
So, yeah, I guess I'm talking about
All this for
Yeah,
the
we didn't give a fuck.
standard
Yeah,
Hollywood? It ain't worth it. Not even for the Union Depository.
And so, Marlon Wayans posted this on Threads, and he says the Hulkster.
Shoot me in the head before they take me. You gotta destroy the brain, or they'll bring it back to life in a jar.
Wrestlers. I hope y'all leg locking or out driving each other in the afterlife. Glad you found Jesus before you passed, and I hope that you gave, and I hope that gave you peace. Rest well, brother. So then, I don't know about the comment, but before I did, a black queen got me said, flawed? Motherfucker, why are you always the damn one tap dancing and jigging?
I haven't spent this long in another person's company since that owl died last spring. Man, he cooked good.
Why did I have to say anything at all? And see, that goes back to what I was saying before. It's like sometimes some of us are just slow.
Oh, are you a cop?
I'm not a cop. I'm helping Lester. Have you done it?
You think if Marlon Wayans died, that Hulk Hogan would have given a fuck or said anything nice to him?
I don't have the Pacific Standard Frequency here.
that convenient? I've got
What
some
you want to
tools.
say?
Come on. Let's go meet you back at your place. And don't worry, the transponder will be ready for the job.
Again. I'm what? I'm what? I'm what? I'm what? Was there something you wanted to say? What were you thinking? Oh, the guy from City High died, yes. You remember City High? Really? Yeah. Oh, yeah, yes. 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 Claudia Ortiz, remember she was on Divas out there in LA with Kelly Price and Lil Mo. But yeah, he died, I think it was last week. But I didn't say enough about Malcolm Jamal. That was really sad. And I heard he died trying to save his daughter. Oh, yeah, they were saying that they went out swimming.
They said he's actually a really good swimmer.
But the undertone, yeah. I'm saying, like, when I was in Cabo 2 weeks ago, we were standing right there where the water's just running your ankles. Cabo is not the place to go swimming either. Not on the beach. You don't really see people on the beach at all. And when I tell you that riptide, first of all, when that water comes crashing down around your ankles and then it withdraws, it takes all of the sand. So you pretty much fall every single time. And if that water pulls you in, that's it. And they were saying that he went swimming with his daughter, and they were able to rescue his daughter, but by the time they got him out of the water, he had already passed. And one thing I saw said they did CPR for about 20 minutes. Another said they did it for 45 minutes. But they were also saying that there were signs out there. There were red flags out there to warn you of danger. And then there were signs in Spanish and in English. This happened in Costa Rica, for those who may not know. So I don't know if he just didn't see the signs or if he ignored the signs. Because I'm going to tell you, when we were in Cabo, I did not see those signs.
Oh, somebody said no, that was all about. Well, they said
I think it was that. Yeah, that.
He actually was out by himself. He took her early morning swim.
Okay, yeah, see, I saw conflicting stories about this. Some things said he and his daughter were swimming and they got her back to shore, and then some said no, he was out there by himself. But there was another gentleman that got caught out there too, and he was in critical condition last I heard. I don't know who he was. I don't know if he was trying to help him. I don't know. But it was another guy that was in the water as well, but he was in critical condition. But I completely did not see those signs, so I don't know if he missed the signs or what. But this thing kind of hit me because I met his mom many years ago through a friend of mine in LA. And then several years ago when I was doing my podcast that I invited you on, I had a podcast about so much to say. And that's how I first got mad since she came to the podcast. I had his mom on that same podcast. His mom's name is Pam Warner. And so Malcolm Jamal Warner's daughter at the time was probably a toddler. The daughter now is about 8. But this is around the time the Bill Cosby stuff was happening. And his mom came to my podcast and she said that the whole idea that all of this stuff happened to Bill Cosby with these women and all this other stuff and the court system in jail was because he was trying to buy NBC. She said on that podcast that was a urban myth. He was not in the business of trying to buy NBC. But that's all she would say about it. She didn't really go into any other detail about Bill Cosby. And she said they were like family. But she was here visiting in Atlanta, Malcolm Jamal, and the granddaughter, because she was very young at the time. Like I said, she's 8 now, but at the time, I think she was like 2 or 3. And so I met his mom, and I almost wanted to text her just to offer my condolences, but I didn't want to do that because I just felt like it probably would be too much. But I feel like in a month's time or two, I think I will reach out to her and just say, hey, I'm thinking about you. But what I will tell you is I have been praying for that woman ever since I got this news. And I did reach out to the friend that connected me to her. But I've been praying for her ever since because she's about 70 now. She's was in good shape and all that good stuff. But he was an only child, and I don't want to see this woman collapse under grief because that was an only child. That was her only child, and I was having a conversation with a friend of mine earlier today, and I was saying to her, like sometimes when I see people on the street, whether they're out of their mind or whether they're homeless, I sometimes look at them and just wonder, like, how did you get here? Who were you before you became this person that I'm looking at today? Because I think sometimes we think that when we see a homeless person on the street or somebody who's maybe out of their mind, that that's always been their story. But I thought about her, his mom, because what happens if she collapses under grief? What happens if she snaps? What happens if she loses her mind? This is why I said to you guys before, after I saw Beyonce in Houston when I went to the Renaissance a few years ago, I started praying for Beyonce. Because it's like, when you think about the weight that woman carries, but back to Malcolm's mom, I just kept thinking, like, I hope she has a support system around her. And I know how it is sometimes after weeks or months, after people have called you and text you and said they're thinking about you. Those calls end.
Yeah.
And that when you're in those quiet moments, that's when you sometimes you lose it. You know, so I just started praying for her because I don't want her to be suicidal. I don't want her to have a nervous breakdown or whatever. And so, like I said, I'm going to wait until the dust, quote unquote, settles a little bit, and then I'm going to reach out and say, hey, I'm just thinking about you. You know, and that's it. But Regina King did post some things on her Insta story because they dated once upon a time. You got those in there, huh? There was a picture of him on his motorcycle. Um, so she posted on her story, and she put this caption at the bottom. She said, "Some people leave a lasting imprint, not just for who they were, but for the energy they carry. I'm sending prayers filled with love and understanding to your family and loved ones. Rest easy, Malcolm." And you know, of course, she's experienced loss. Her son died by suicide several years ago. Or how many, I don't know how many years ago, but it's been a couple years. But yeah, so I just, I really been thinking about his mom. I really have. So yeah.
Damn.
I know. It's sad. And he was 54. He was only 54. Yeah. And he had a wife. Um, and they lived here in Atlanta. I think I said that already. Um, but yeah, it's just really sad. It's very, very sad.
Damn.
So yeah.
Yes.
What's that right here, Mo? This white couple?
No,
Yeah.
oh, this. Well, some people, they were trying to get out of the country.
Oh, yes, what is that? Texas dad who moved family to Russia to escape the ubiquitous propaganda, reportedly sent to Ukrainian front line.
So he didn't move to Russia and they sent his ass to the Ukraine to be on the front line of the militia, the military.
Girl.
And so he left the country because he didn't want to be around you faggots and trains.
Well, he about to leave. Because I doubt he has any military.
You can't spill that cake. Right. Listen. Now that couple right below him, I know y'all done seen this story already.
Yeah, they've already made it a thing at sporting events that they'll catch you on camera, like they'll put the camera on you, and then you'll act the same way they acted when they got caught on camera. Well, it's a whole thing now.
Well, for those of you who may have missed that story, the guy was the CEO of a small
software startup company. And this woman was over HR, human resources. So that's a conflict of interest. And in most companies, and they're both married. And they were both married to other people. And they were at a Coldplay concert. And they enjoying the music, and they happened to put them up on the screen, and it went a buzz on social media. Now, here's the thing. Most companies, there's a no fraternization clause in the employee handbook, meaning that you're not supposed to be dating fellow coworkers. That's why a lot of times people who work together won't tell you that they're working, they be dating undercover. But his daughter even posted a video all over TikTok. That shit went viral on TikTok. What the daughter said? Basically saying that this was my father having an affair. He was out there with somebody else and posted the video.
You know what I think really messed them up? It was the way that they reacted.
But even if they hadn't reacted, yes, but even if they hadn't reacted, someone would have probably seen it.
So yeah, but I don't think we've been in this with the other thing.
Okay, they lost their jobs, yeah.
This when I read this, it looked like he was trying to play fifth.
Right.
When I read this whole thing, I can't really see it because of the.
Well, what did it say, Mo?
Hold on, I have to read it with my phone because that means blocking the top of. Hold on.
Oh yeah, the numbers.
Yeah, the numbers are blocking it. Oh. So it's.
What's happening? What's going
on? Let me see if it's in the.
Oh, yeah.
Here it is in the text group. Okay, I can read it. So he says, I want to acknowledge the moment that's been circulating online and the disappointment it's caused. Disappointment? Is that how you classify that? What was supposed to be a night of music and joy turned into a deeply personal mistake playing out on a very public stage. I want to sincerely apologize to my wife, my family, and the team at Astronomer. That's the name of the software company that he was the CEO of. You deserve better from me as a partner, as a father, and as a leader. This is not who I want to be or how I want to represent the company I helped build. I'm taking time to reflect, to take accountability, and to figure out the next step. Personally and professionally, I ask for privacy as I navigate that process. I also want to express how troubling it is that what should have been a private moment became public without my consent. I respect artists and entertainers, but I hope we can all think more deeply about the impact of turning someone else's life into a spectacle.
First of all, bitch, nobody knew y'all was fucking.
Exactly.
They thought that y'all was a cute couple. They thought y'all was a cute couple, girl.
If you didn't want nobody to see you, bitch, you should have took that bitch to a hotel.
Listen, I gave mama told bitch. I gave mama also said, bitch, I'm not bitch. If you said to that bitch, if you ashamed of doing it, don't.
No.
That's it. If you ashamed of doing it, don't do it, man.
Got a bit of a
And that
problem.
goes for anything.
And you know why she told me that? Why? That's what she built bigdickbitch.com. And she was like, well,
She said, before you do this, don't do it if you're ashamed.
she said, bitch, if you shame or suck your dick and get money, don't do this.
She said, what?
If you shame or suck your dick and get money, don't do this. She said, what? If you shame or suck your dick and get money, don't do this.
One more time.
If you shame or suck your dick and get money, don't do this.
The fact that you said it in the same cadence.
Because that's what she said. What she said? If you shame or suck your dick and get money, then don't do this. I know that's right. And she did that. And she did that bitch before I pressed in there and sin and doing all this stuff and put these hoes together with you, bitch. You need to know this what you gonna do. Because your mama them gonna see it. People gonna see it.
Because your mom never gonna see it.
People gonna see it.
Right.
At least she was up front.
That's right.
She was up front. People gonna see it.
That's foolish to think that nobody's gonna see it. You're at a concert, sir.
With your girl.
Well, you have a friend. Now you have a Coldplay.
All they looking at is two couples. Right. And y'all kids on.
And they know you living in sin.
Damn, no. They didn't know you straights were living in sin. Right. Fornicate, fucking loving, adultery. When I said the letter was written by AI,
You fucking up our water system.
damn. Damn. Oh. Yeah. Oh.
It's true. I got it.
Hey, what are you doing on TV? You didn't even say hi. Father, please. Please, Father.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
You know, there's something I want to talk about in there. It was not dead yet. Go down. Go down. It was something go down. Go
What
down.
the henchman thing?
It was something. What they did? Go to the videos. I just want to go to that one-on-one right there.
No.
Girl. So you took the sound off this? Yeah. Okay. So this girl, click the video. So this girl, I tell y'all, it's gonna do this mom. So she got her drunk up for her to be asleep.
Get a boy.
Girl, listen, she better look at it.
Right.
All that she done with his phone. She
Yeah.
better know what kind of breakout that is.
Right.
You got BT?
And it's showing on his shoulder blade.
You got BT? Girl, listen, he is. She was going fast. I mean, look at this. Sending messages, hearts, Apple paying money to bitches. Somebody pregnant.
Oh, he was Apple paying?
Yes, look at
Yeah.
this. Look at this stuff. I mean,
And some of them girls weren't even responding.
Where you said somebody pregnant?
look.
I needed her to slow the video down, though, so we could read something.
Look at it, sending money. Girl. Oh my God.
But here's my thing. After you do all of that,
Go.
you need to leave. If you're not going to leave,
Go.
what's the point of doing all this and then broadcasting it for us to talk about over here on
Go.
Max?
Because you're going to get BG.
Or the sweet.
That's what. Breastfeeding. Dear God.
Oh, yeah.
Someone said a whole lot of green. Just leave.
Yeah, well, no, you French me.
No, you don't got a green.
Yeah, you French.
You got a green.
Yeah, that was my $25 you spent on that.
Well, it's not wrong.
So, this is like, this is why I tell y'all, it's really not even beneficial to be in this relationship if you're going to get BT. It's just so funny. BT. Oh my God. Was it Keisha? Right. Was it Keisha? Right. No, bitch, it wasn't Keisha. It was Walter. He said, Walter, I ain't got it. I got my shot. Boom. He got it from Walter. Right. ZD. So, this is what makes me very apprehensive about, me. I just don't feel like, I feel like liking the things for what they are, which is good times. That's all I want. That bad time I start checking in, I start checking out.
Yes.
I start checking out, and, I'll be on your side forever. It's just, that's what friends are for. Yes, you got me. I don't know. It's too much of this stuff going on. Like everybody's okay with it. And it's just like I don't understand why men get over there because, again, I know this is not going to resonate well with you.
Because that's all you look
I
at.
know it's not going to resonate well with you. But 90% of women are bred to be mothers and wives. That's on their bucket list, to be a wife and a mother.
Because that's the way girls are raised in this country, though.
To be a wife and a mother.
You aspire to have a man.
And be a mother. And these men will go become a husband and a father, but they also are a boyfriend, a in-law, a night creep,
Oh.
a paymaster, a quickie, and just don't understand, like, what is the purpose of it? Because this is so glorified. It's so glorified.
And this is the perfect segue for that conversation. The Angela Yee. Go ahead. Her podcast. I'm playing it.
Yeah, go ahead. That's great.
Oh, okay. You got it already? Where's the damn podcast?
It should be in the group chat.
Oh, here it is. I got it.
I mean, I keep it secret, no judgment.
I want to tell my wife two secret kids that she don't know about.
You have 2 secret kids?
Yeah.
How old?
One is 15, one is 18.
Wait, 15 and 18.
Was this before her or during her?
This is the only time that if this is with when I was with her, I have this relationship.
Wait.
I'm still with the baby. So I'm with both of them at the same time.
Wait, how long have you been in your wife? You got 15 and 18.
I've been with her over 20 years.
Over 20 years. So the other woman that has the kids, she was okay with that situation.
She don't know me, but
Wait.
How did you manage to do that?
on the type of job I got, I'm open
A truck driver?
they don't know. Yeah, I'm like a truck driver.
So are you planning to tell both of the women or just your wife?
I think I should tell both of them. I think it's time. One is on the other side of town, and one is.
And it's been time. It's 18 years.
So wait, hold on. You said one lives on the other side of town?
Yeah, so one lives on the west side, and the other girl lives on the east side.
What is this, in Detroit?
I live on State New York.
Oh, upstate New York. Okay.
Girl.
Okay, well, good luck with that one. That is a huge. See, who did you spend holidays with?
Yeah.
Holidays I've been working.
He said none of the kids got
Are those the only 2 women that you were with during this period of time, or were there others?
No, just it's too much time.
It's yeah, that's
Too
all.
much stress. I did spend holidays, but I kind of like break it up.
Are you with the kids? Like, are you like spending time with the kids?
Oh yeah, my kids know me, but I had 5 kids with my wife, and they don't know they brothers and sisters.
So you got 5 kids with the wife, and then you got 2
And
kids
2
with.
with the other one.
So, why did you decide now is the time that you want to kind of put it all on the table?
My kids are getting older, they might know each other, you know.
Hello, people. I think you'll like this. It pays a lot, which is what you want. So there's this chemical laboratory called Humane Labs. Used to be run by Rashkovsky and Popov's pharma company. A few years ago, it was leased to a shadow company run in part by Don Percival. You guys know Don Percival? Well, he's a warmongering right-wing douche with all the subtlety of a red dildo. Trust me, I've met a lot of them. Yeah. Warmongering right-wing douches, not red dildos. Whatever. Point is, Percival is up to no good in that shithole. Nerve agents, we believe. At least, that's what the intel seems to suggest. What I got told on the streets, and what my boss, who doesn't want you to know his name, will pay you to discover, because, well, don't worry about the why, just worry about the how. First, got a couple things to take care of. Get the Humane Labs key codes and the armored 4x4s like the ones guarding the place. You'll do the key code exchange just off Elgin Avenue. You're going to be meeting with somebody who's had a bit of trouble with the Bureau, so please use caution. One of you is going to do the exchange, one of you is a bodyguard, and the other 2 are going to be lookouts. The armored 4x4s belong to Merriweather Security Consulting, which belongs to Don Percival, who is running Humane Labs. You'll find the Merriweather insurgents on exercise at Davis Courts in Blaine County. All right, people, doesn't matter what order you do this in, just get it done. This will pay well. No questions asked. We never met.
Do you think about the damage, the collateral damage that those kids will experience? That's no better than kids who grow up thinking that their father is one person and then they find out at 30 that the father was actually somebody else. Like, I just think that, I don't think that people really think. And I've said this before, I don't know if the motherfucking pandemic has done something to people's minds. If it's a combination of the pandemic, technology, social media, just a lack of integrity. Like, do you not even care about the wife as a person? As a person, you don't even care enough about what if she has a nervous breakdown when she finds out? What if she loses her mind? Like, I don't think we really think about, we don't see each other as spirits, as souls. Like, this is a spirit, this is a soul. I don't want to intentionally fuck you over. Like, I don't want to go out of my way to do this. I don't want to be methodical behind your back, calculating behind your back. Like, that's some grimy shit. What do you think I should do? And then you call in on a radio station. Yeah, we don't recognize his voice, but you gave enough clues. You said that you live in upstate New York. You said you're something I can talk about. Married for 20 years. Maybe your wife is going to recognize your voice. One of your wife's friends. Maybe the one family. Maybe one of your children will hear. Like,
My contact needs to be able to get in and out quick. Make sure the entrance to the lot isn't blocked by your vehicle. My contact's trying to drop her bureau surveillance. I mean, that would be tough in normal circumstances, but these guys are real hard on non-creepy, just acquaintances. So anyway, we're hoping for the best, preparing for the worst. That's why we got a team of 4 on this.
oh my
Let's
God.
go.
But this is the shit that keeps me wondering whether or not I will ever attempt a relationship again. It's been now, but you know, this is up. Yes, yes. I don't want you to live in my house. I want to get a house with you. Yes, yes. I want you to go home because integrity seems to be quite the challenge. I don't want to be in the same house with you. You don't like me. And you behind that. Imagine if you were in a home sharing bills and responsibilities and all those things, and then you find out 20 years, you can canoodle into the house.
Mm-hmm.
Living in the house, waiting for the moment to come when you go to work, so that you you're on the family. Yes. Or he's waiting for her to go on a girls' trip, or go to work, or take the kids to school, or go to a PTA. And then you over here, cross town,
Humane Labs?
with this other girl, you
All right. When I
fabricating
get the all
stories
clear,
and
I'll give you the
lies.
codes.
Just because you want to go spend time with her, you got to go do something with her. You telling me you ain't got money to do this, that, and the third for our children,
you,
but
right?
you said it's taking money over
Or
here.
someone associated to you? What you're getting into right now is a whole
I tell
different
you this all the time, bro. There are a lot of married single men.
We got it.
Say that again. There are lots of married single men. And that's why y'all be they feel some type of way. I'm telling y'all about prayer. You should be ashamed of yourself to act like this is not rampant in our community. This is not rampant. Like every other person, every other day I see something about it. Is there more in there? Like you something else? Every other day, every other smile, give us something. Every other. I'm like, oh my God. That's one of them.
You need to clean up these agents. They're chasing a payoff and they will keep coming.
It's just like every other day, like every other video. Look at it. Hang on, stop so oh, yeah. Yeah, but it's like every other thing. It's just like every other, all the time. Like, girl, and y'all still get me up. I mean, I be like, girl, stop this. Stop this. I'm not telling you. Push yourself. Push yourself. Always. Always push yourself. Scrappy.
Looks like you're clear, but we've heard that before. Drop the codes at HQ and look out for tails.
The man was really built.
And that's what's life has really been down for him, like really holding him down. And this is the kind of betrayal bullshit you can come from that. That's crazy.
I wait for y'all. I wait for y'all to have. I wait for y'all to have this that I'm a hopeless romantic. And I'm not saying, and I wait for y'all to give it all. I be like, bro, give some.
Right. Save a little bit for yourself.
Give some.
Dr. Sledge, this has everything to do with slavery. Maybe you don't see the connection, but it absolutely has something to do with slavery. It's a slave mentality. I don't feel like going through the example again of how slaves were used and bred, but you see that same variations of that same behavior now. Men having children with multiple women, same neighborhoods, the same cities across the town. And then going back to this example of this gentleman who was just talking, two of those girls are around the same age, he said. What happens when they graduate high school or they got prom and they land on the same day? Whose graduation or prom you going to? You gonna wait till then you gonna tell them? Is that how they're gonna find out?
But then there are some women who feel like, well, I can't survive without him. I can't make it without him. You know, a lot of you girls took the dykes by motherfucking, y'all be bulldagging by
Default.
You dykes by default. DVD.
That's by default.
Ask that nigga to get the bed with you and a nigga you like. Man, come here and suck this dick with me. I want to do what you're doing to me. I want to have an equal relationship. I want to ride around with my nigga in the car.
Hey, nice
Side of town going on dates. Laying up fucking me in the morning time. I want to do that. Why you get to be the only one to do that? I want to be in the inbox talking to me and everybody telling me I'm pretty. Told me I gained weight. For me, he told me I was pretty. They'll leave my fat ass open.
Wow.
But you want me in the gym. I'm gonna go to the gym, but these two niggas wanna meet me down there. Can I meet them? I don't wanna never be so occupied. Or never be so they be more occupied than me. Any input mode? Yeah. Okay. You talking? Any input?
About, I mean, it is what it is. People are going to do what they want to do. I mean, no matter how much.
Why do men be with? Why do niggas be with bitches and won't go? Just go. Cause you find you a simp that's gonna let you do what you need to do. Cause in her heart and her guts. Cause her guts told her to go to that phone. Cause she been acting funny. Her guts told her the motherfucking
Instincts never lie.
her guts told her this.
Instincts never lie.
Why do men not just tell the bitch, I don't really fuck with you like that?
Because she offered some level of security for him. Some level of stability for him.
I don't really fuck with you like that. Can we just live together and we go and come out of the house together? You know what I'm saying? We ain't really gotta tell nobody we don't really fuck with each other like that, but get you a little boo. Get you a little boo. Cause I got a few. Get you a little boo.
People do whatever they want to do, whatever makes them happy. Nobody, I don't think people I don't think people think about other people. It's just about what makes.
And niggas be really out here thinking they just do because they don't get caught. Or they don't bring no baby home. No,
Or they think that because they're paying the bills at the house, that gives them license to do what they want out in the street.
oh, I ain't bringing home no baby. As long as I bring home no baby, it's like, nah, you still not no good dude, shawty. Now, let that girl do her. Tell that girl it's okay to do her.
And I don't think that enough people go into relationships thinking, what value can I bring to this relationship? What value can I bring to you when we get into this partnership? I think most people go into relationships thinking, how do I get out of this? You know what I mean?
I think that's what a lot of people.
Yes. I want somebody to go to the movies with. I want somebody to go and spend the night. I want somebody to help me with my cell phone bill or you know, I have to get a few extra dollars. You know, it's rare that I really come up with value.
I'm just saying that.
They have I think they have starts with mindset. I don't think it starts with advertising. I would say like that. One thing they might say in the sense of, let me get what I need first. Like, let me what I'm gonna try whatever I can get from this relationship at a certain
You know, if these insurgent LAPD's light armored personnel vehicles came electric with driverless capabilities, I might look into the financing options. Use it for the kids' soccer.
that's how I
Not that I have children that I know of.
when I believe
Use the paper one, right? For cars, not
both
kids.
parties
Yeah, it means I can recruit degenerates like you to go on errands. Hey, by the way, you mind picking up some milk right
now
now?
I don't think it's like that.
I'm joking. You'll only be asked to collect what's needed for the larger operation.
It's
So unless we're taking advantage of a guard's lactose intolerance, you won't be sent to the farmer's market. Rest assured.
that having that same mindset together. One thing as for is it's terrible to
But it's same comments just mentioned with the Williams. Like Wendy Williams cried once Kevin came home to the baby. She knew about that phone. The woman did it. I'm being honest with you. Kevin brought that woman out.
Looks like you're almost at the quarry. Merriweather rented the place to do some tests on the insurgent LAPVs. It's a live fire test, so expect resistance once you engage. Try and hold off engaging for as long as possible, though. Your best chance of success will come if you retain control of the situation.
They contributed to it, you know what I'm saying? Pressure on that, ups and downs, pressure of career, having to be born, job every day, you know what I'm saying? Having a history of something to try to manage that all that.
These vehicles are fast, armored, all-terrain, perfect for militarized police-sized military, and concerned civilian interests. Whether you're driving this into enemy forces in Theodore Row or a crowd of protesters in downtown LS, you can rest assured. Did I mention you've got an option for leather seats and satellite radio? We don't want you to have to choose between ability to kill and
She got
insertion
found out
LAPV Mark III integrity test on my signal.
and
Fire.
right. Now I was a kid. Now I'm looking back on school.
Get the insurgents and get out of there. Use the mounted machine gun on one of them. Being on our safe house on North Columbia Way.
And at the time, when I was a kid, I remember getting a little child. You know, he did this in the car, she stressed out. That was a big crack. Gave her crack. But looking back, she was putting herself out. She was working by herself. She was putting herself out. And she got pregnant.
We're gonna send people after you, and they aren't going to be nice people. Make sure we get the LAPVs back in one piece.
stuff and pick up your mind. Okay.
How are those LAPDs doing? Come on, folks.
I say this. You gotta say, get back. What? Yeah. Get back. Get back. Say yeah. Get it back. Get it. Get it up. Get it. Yes. Yeah. Get back. Get it up.
Hey, can we hurry this up? Some of us have got other things to do. Precognition ping pong with the LS industry leaders doesn't happen every day, okay? It's bi-weekly, and the other one clashes with my raw thing.
I said, think about it. If he is already cheating in the first place, right now, and you're already second guessing yourself, already insecure.
You know the person who said good things come to those who wait? She clearly has access to the internet. This is the age of instant gratification, and I need those insurgents 10 minutes ago.
Self-work, you should be pretty sure you pay. Next thing you know, you have no self-esteem. Harder. 5 years down the line. Harder 5 years. And then I think that's how some type of relationships become abusive. It's because your self-esteem has been chipped away at for such a long time that you're in a place where you allow a motherfucker to put their hands on you.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Their
saying?
hands. So, and listen, I'd rather motherfucker hit me than mentally abuse me. I'd rather motherfucker swing on me instead of getting in my ass.
Because that
Bitch, I would rather you hit me, bitch. I know I'm twirling with you, bitch.
that's the hardest
I
thing.
know me and you finna tear that motherfucker up. I know we finna physically abuse each other. But that mental, that doing stupid ass shit like, so you out here doing all this shit and then you blaming fucking me.
That mental shit, it will follow you for years.
I'm serious. I'd rather motherfucker nigga swing on me because I know what's up. Than to be playing that pussy shit in my brain like, so nigga, you mean to tell me you think I don't see? You think I couldn't see you?
Oh. No way.
What's going on your head? You can't see well. See, I thought you bad. But you know I can't tell. That's not right. Yeah, you can't be fine fast, you know. They say he's still up. Y'all wrong. How y'all just putting death on me? How are y'all just sitting here putting death on me? Oh, they say that's about that. Basically, that's how men speak.
Hey!
They won't stop. Let's see it again. Sound. Okay.
Hey!
Can we hurry this up? Some of us have got other things to do.
I'm just looking. Shit. Here's the thing. She gonna keep that hair, that glue. She's gonna have that glue in there on the edge. She's gonna be painted profusely. That's gonna be painted for the pick up. Patty is going to be painted for the pick up. If they said, Patty, are you ready to go to the turn? She's gonna look back at the sketch again. Yes. We gotta get ready for it. She's like, yeah. Yeah, he said you wanna knock this off, Patty. Like, I'm not very low. That gun. What? Okay, she want to climb on top of Baby. And the reason why she said, but it's Patty, Don, did you hear me?
I tell you, we only needed one of these. Other ones are spare. You're gonna be going in the one without a gun. Don't want to draw attention. Pull the electrics, strip the plating, EMP will go in. Merryweather won't notice a difference. You guys want to eat
What's going to be the
will
penalty or the consequence of staying in that movie?
All right, now get going. Let's wrap this up.
If both answers to the question mean nothing, do yourself a favor and release that.
I remember having a conversation with my sister some years ago. She was in a marriage. And I said to her, well, why don't you just leave?
That I got you for there.
Right. I was like, why don't you leave? She said, well, because my vows and, God doesn't believe in divorce. I said, well, he also don't believe in you sitting there being a fool. All motherfucker walk all over. But I said, think about it from this perspective. If he is already cheating within the first couple months of government, and you're already second guessing yourself, already insecure, who are you going to become in 5 years? Where's your self-esteem going to be in 5 years? Because that's what happens. Your self-esteem and self-worth are chipped away. And next thing you know, you have no self-esteem, and it's harder 5 years down the line. It's harder 5 years down the line. It's dead. And then I think that's how sometimes relationships become abusive. It's because your self-esteem has been chipped away at for such a long time that you're in a place where you allow a motherfucker to put their hands on you.
Yes, their hands. And listen, I'd rather motherfucker hit me than mentally abuse me. I'd rather motherfucker swing on me instead of getting in my ass.
Because that
I would rather.
Be my shed conversion tiny home. Clay Baby is a name for a mudstone completion that they find in the South Fork of the Skycomish River. It looked basically exactly like it does now. It had the front porch, the siding was already on, the windows were in, the roof was on, the lofts were in place. So we had to do electrical, plumbing, insulation, and then wall paneling. So the stairs that lead up to Clay Baby are from a big leaf maple that I have milled on the property. So I really like to use stuff that's on the property and incorporate it into all the builds here. This was a hand-me-down swing that our neighbors gave me, and I find it to be quite a nice spot to chill for a minute. So Clay Baby really was. What's so nice about sheds is they can be delivered right to any place, anytime. One of my favorite parts of the property here is this stage. Over the years, we've done a couple of music festivals, but now finishing my first build, I really wanted all the details to be super nice, and I was really going for kind of a W hotel look. I had this loft already in place when it was delivered, so I had something to kind of think about and frame what I needed. So I needed a bathroom, and I needed a cozy movie watching layer. So I have a perfectly fitting couch for two, a big 55-inch TV. This project, I learned how much I really love lighting and how available cool chandeliers are and different fixtures. But I just really love doing some sconces like this that makes the space feel more hip. The chandelier in the center is really a statement piece, I think. And then a couple more over the sink. So this flooring is old 1945 oak from Seattle, and then I did this gray whitewash over it to kind of give it that gray vibe that Clay Baby seems to have.
Vivo works 24/7 to kill 99.9% of bugs trapped.
We did a really nice synthetic quartz top, but I had the guy, begged him to come all the way out here so he would cut the sinkhole and do this seam here. Also had to cut a hole for this two-burner induction cooktop. So the windows were all here. It came just like this. They've held up pretty nicely. This project we completed in 2019. So they're doing okay. Not like the highest quality windows, but they're doing well. I did some more of this big leaf maple here, blue live edge maple as well. We did a little mini fridge here, which it's okay. It doesn't really hold ice very well, but for a short-term stay, it does okay. And we have a simple microwave, and that's the kitchen. And then there's this tiny little loft up here. It's just so small up there. It would really take a creative and kind of daring person to sleep up there. But we ended up making it a sleep spot. I had these metal railings made.
Want to glow up? For your phone? With Verizon, everyone gets a free phone on any plan. And now I have Google Gemini.
Custom to there's a rock. In such a tiny space, it was really difficult to find a pre-made ladder. So in the end, I ended up using more of this big leaf maple to make a ladder. And it turns out that it works pretty well. You can get yourself up, and then there's a hand grab I put up here just to help you either go down or up if you need. I love this little bathroom. It's got this natural black slate with that heated floor, so that's really nice on your toes, that natural texture. We did a really compact little vanity, simple round mirror, but then the toilet is a special compact toilet, like a 25-inch to the edge of the bowl. It's a little more manageable here in this small space. I love this white marble, and I've used it in some of the other cabins, but for such a small space, if you splurge a little bit on a natural stone tile or a super nice tile, it really makes the space feel more luxurious and more thoughtful. So to separate these two spaces, I got this giant extra wide door and hung it on a really long barn.
BLV, you tried dancing with DoorDash for the first time. You realized that you can make easy money and cash out instantly.
Fabricated thing that I ordered. My latest two builds, the sea containers and the tree frame, have certainly been the most popular. But then the older, smaller cabins also are quite a fun and rewarding project.
noise impact when dealing with guards. The rest is up to you. If there are guards in each other's sight lines, you need to coordinate your takedowns. Standard procedure for a gang of no good criminals like us, I'm sure, but I thought worth a
So
mention.
long as what I asked earlier, you're a cheater.
Because I definitely got
I'm not a cheater. I don't energy manage people, but they do.
This is
You
a
said
close
you're a man.
process. Put
They
down
haven't
the
done that.
finishing
What have you done?
touches. It's like the night before Christmas.
Break.
Holiday test. Yeah, I got it.
Break to the break. I want to call back to
The
the
anticipation's killing me, so I guess we're all in danger. Now we happen to know we got a good price for the Hydra. That shit's a collector's item. Real nostalgic appeal. I just hope it gets used when it was built for, you know? And it's
That
out there
means
bomb
I don't cheat if I'm
instead
telling
of
them.
sitting in mothballs appreciating in value. Mine does have a questionable human rights record, mind you. So here's hoping he's not just rolling it out for air shows.
Yeah, you're filthy, not your man. You're filthy, not your man. Well, I want to say, man. Yeah, but I want to say it. Like you said, if I'm telling you I'm not cheating, that's when I turn away. That's what I'm letting you know. That is. No, it isn't. Sir. Sir, I'm going to... It's Ricky. Okay, what the word next thing is select it. Energy showing is legit, wholesome, good energy. What are you? I'm answering my phone. Now this is some toxic shit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on. Somebody said benefit the topic. Oh, now. This is some toxic shit. I told you. You see? You see what I tell you? I told you. That's toxic. I said right across the mouth. She's a all on stand. She's he got one in Charlotte. Yeah, it's
You see the EMP glowing in the truck? That's our payload.
Yes. She had a nice shape. She was very hot.
You should think of this as a dress rehearsal. You're getting a feel for the props. The stage will be set. You're working with the other actors. Ladies, this is the kind of dress rehearsal where if you screw up, you die. Hey, man, whose name we don't know. If we're breaking into the lab now, why don't we just go for the target? Because you'll die. Either Merryweather will kill you, or I will kill you for shitting on my carefully constructed plan.
You see how vagina lives. It's all out like, oh. It's like, girl, it's dead white showing on it's wild. And then another girl next to they were together, they were at a table full of boys. Like a lot of men in there. So they, I sat there, I'm ready to the table. Yeah. I sat there at that table and I was like, let's see. I was like, this one. I stuck my finger in that water and she went in there. I stuck my finger in that water. Yes. The gang was all the men that she had the table was even I three had the table was like and even I'm free on that it's not no shit.
You're approaching the target. Pull up outside and we'll talk logistics.
So much. And I'm just sitting there every time he
Stable for long, so we'll have to move quick.
I'm getting a conversation with everybody else.
I'm sending you a live feed.
And then she goes to the bathroom. Then I was at the she had to use that excuse. Because I didn't do this.
I've transferred control of the
I
cameras.
got my big fat ass up, you know, to the bathroom.
So scan the area quick and make
And I
sure
can't
you
have
know where the
the
guards are.
He
The guards will raise
had
the alarm if they
she's
see
over there
you.
distracting you.
If the alarm goes, we're blown.
So,
Look out for their
so
sight
that it's
lines
all
and
in
take
eyes.
them out in pairs.
And instead of me falling into the trap, I said, you know what I'm gonna do?
The aim is to get the insurgent to the bay at the rear of
So I'm
the
just talk.
facility.
And I walked right past him. I got his security and I sat down and was like, right. By the time all of this was done,
The bay is near the main switchboard for the facility and its primary generator.
later.
The EMP will do the most damage where it's least likely to be discovered.
Because they were
The
good
more
too.
damage the EMP does, the longer the lights will be out, the higher our chances of a successful mission. You only need to take out the guards.
I said, I know, I told him.
All right, good luck. Get to work.
Why those girls walking in, well, with the man all up and down there. I was like, girl, sit your man head down. Girl. Yeah. And for a real seductress person, it's why crazy. I really want, I don't think it's just attached to me. I really want you to understand, Fred. Yes, I struggle with waking up and down, but I am definitely you know that. I tell you this constantly. But I think that's the misconception about plus size women here. I think there's a misconception that a lot of people plus size, they think that most plus size women have challenges getting in. Yes. I'm like, bitch, I am loved. The high school is and they stayed with me. Bitch. I am loved.
With your surroundings, you'll be back here soon.
Hell no,
You do.
Stay quiet to keep moving.
And also, straight black men, they don't really care about the superficial shit.
There's no facts, no feelings.
Right, they not.
That's some facts.
Right.
That's why those facts be over there reading me about this and I was like, back in.
Yeah.
The next that you sell, man, oh, yeah, paid a
Everybody's not interested in the gym body.
yeah, paid a numerous bill in this motherfucking career, bitch. By command.
Right.
I'm just not like the rest of the girls that be out there, which we gonna. Well, I don't want to. I want to talk about this, but I don't want to say she's a girl. So did you see the Carrie incident? I never really talk about Carrie. I never really talk about Carrie stuff on the show.
I know.
I'm gonna talk about it.
Why want you to why have you done talking before?
Well, because I very much so I respect her, and I also just watch her. This is not really nothing down. But my thing is,
Well, why?
well, because I have on it.
Things you disagree with her?
No things that I agree with.
Oh.
That I agree with. Yes.
Guards between you and the bay.
So you don't
The bay is
talk
near the main
about
switchboard for the facility and its primary generator. Is where
Well,
the
I
EMP
don't
will do
just
the
talk
most
about
damage
I don't
where it's
want
least
to
likely to be
little
discovered.
part of it,
The more damage the EMP does, the longer the lights will be out,
but
and the higher our chances of
so I want
successful
to take
mission.
it out.
You only need to
It's like
take
with
out
the
the
burn. I'm very careful with people who I'm,
You're doing well. Keep it up.
you know, because I can pick up the phone and call them. But I watched this last listening with Cherry and this gentleman, and I said, "You got to be a nigga with some big ass nut." Look at Cherry. You got to be a nigga with some ball.
or either they just don't know that they should play.
Oh, bitch, they know it's the movie.
Concentration is key, people. Taking out
We don't have time to ask that.
They don't have to
Visualize your goal. Let's do this.
And I just be like, how do y'all play with this girl? Y'all know this girl y'all know this girl is gonna crack y'all
Get
skills.
familiar with your surroundings. She'll be
Right.
back here soon.
Y'all know she gonna put your phone number, your address, she gonna put your wife name, she's gonna put your banking information. She's gonna tell us she's going to stop. It's just what it's gonna be.
Like you're thinking.
And so my thing is, you have to have some very, very, very rich coconut. You gotta have coconut in your box. It's to play any fun post-pro games.
So tell me what
Stay
happened.
quiet.
Well, I watched her.
Carry the movie.
So I watched her, a gentleman called Fraud, or Cow, for I think it was about $3,000. From what I was gathering was he had that sitting for money,
Security panel
you know,
that
and
gets the insurgent into the
for
bay.
him,
We're
for
gonna work on it.
her to come see him, but it was her birthday, and she was her birthday trip first, and she was gonna come see him after. And so what she did was, bitch, I just saw him plastered everywhere. I woke up and he was plastered. I was like, oh dear God. I saw his phone number.
I saw the Apple Pay.
The Apple Pay, I mean the Zelle. I saw his phone number from the Zelle.
All right, the
The
malware's
text
designed.
connection I saw.
Pull out.
Next
The
conversation.
text conversation, I saw her number. She just
Please. Okay.
I was like, oh. And I said to myself, sir, why would you play with me? And so they took her money.
There's a Merryweather
He,
TV
and
inbound.
he got his money back.
He paid her and got the money.
He got the money back. He got the money back from
Condition. They're seeing live
Dave
images of
Farrell,
the
and
security
Dave
feed.
Farrell closed her.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, they closed her account. Dave Farrell closed her account, and she was like, girl, why would y'all close my account? This man is fraudulently reporting.
Yeah.
You know, she says, I have messages, I have text, I have some communication. This man was paying, you know, for a service, whatever the service is.
Right.
Now here, they closed her account permanently.
Right.
Now, if you know anything about banking, they're going to
They
bill her.
don't mail her the
They're
check.
going to bill her the check.
The balance of
But that may take 7 to 10 business days. And it all depends on how much money she had in there.
Right.
I saw so many women on there mad at her and saying that she's competing with the wife. They had more vitriol for Jerry, saying that she needed to be worried about his wife and kids. And I'm like, well, why don't he need to?
Because that is responsibility.
That's not hers.
And that's not to suggest that we're saying that it's okay for anybody to be involved with somebody, husband or wife, but you have the responsibility in that relationship, in that marriage. You have the financial responsibility to your wife and your children. Not Cherry, or not anybody else that's outside of the
It's
relationship.
like, bitch, why does she automatically become like,
why is it her responsibility?
now she gotta care about his wife and kids? Bitch, why is that, like, why is that not his priority number one? First of all, bitch, you wouldn't be in this place, and he's a bottom.
Well, they usually are.
Not all of them.
But not all of them, but a lot of those married men love some dick. Did I ever tell you all about my second book?
You did. Run it. And then we'll come back to this because I want to elaborate more.
Right there.
When I released my first book, I remember thinking very heavily about England Harris and how he did it, how he managed to reach millions there.
It was a theory.
But you said something interesting during the commercial, and that is some of these men have a humiliation kink.
Yes, it has to be, because it's just like, why would you play with that girl like that?
They want to be done.
Like, why would you play with that girl? Like, why would you play with that girl like that? Like, why would you take this girl's money from her account? Now, here's Jerry. I know that you're still in the business. You have a lot of things that these men need to wire you to Western Union. Girl, you need to use Western Union from now on. Western Union still works. And what's the other one that they have it at Walmart?
Yeah, that green dot or something.
No, Western Union,
Walmart,
and no, Western Union and MoneyGram.
MoneyGram.
Niece, listen to your auntie. See, I'm an old hoe. A lot of y'all girls didn't think that no niggas was dating me and fucking on me because I wasn't the status quo. So Cherry is pretty. She's petite and the light skin, and she's tatted up and whatever. Bitch, those men were dating. I've dated those men, okay? I just ain't never get into the thing like that, because what you gotta understand is, bitch, I didn't play with those men either. Now, I told y'all that story of how I took that check that one time, and I had my girlfriend run that man, got his mama's.
Yes. Yes.
Got his mama's social security number. And I told him, are we doing the last one? Did this a motherfucker? It's not her name, but are we doing Catherine Cryer? Are we going to, do I have to go get Catherine Cryer?
Right.
Bitch?
Yeah.
Am I going to have to punish your mom, or how about your dad, Joe?
Right.
Do you want the house over there on that lane's window going, or the one over here?
Right.
Because I can show up simultaneously.
That was really important, what you said. I never thought about that. A humiliation kink.
Yeah, it has to be a humiliation kink, because it's just like, why? If you know, Cherry is notorious for terrorizing those men that do something that she feels
out of line. Yeah.
Out of line to her.
Hey.
Oh, if they see Cherry motherfucking on the internet, if they see her on the internet,
if they came across her through the internet, they've seen
that she is a hurricane, and they know that, bitch, you better buckle it down, or bitch, the roof is coming off.
Take cover,
bitch, or just motherfucking don't do it. When you get the hurricane warning, don't go in there.
Basically.
Whenever a sound of a tornado, don't go in the tornado, bitch. Danielle, you said Cherry is constantly out of me, and that piss her off. It's for sure humiliation kicking it had to be. Just like she got into it with that guy, basketball player, and his PR team cleaned it up. He got drafted, but he used the line.
He didn't know.
Yeah. Well, according to sources very close to me.
What the sources say?
Honey,
What's in your bottom,
you lick the tip. You just need one lick. That's the game that they all play. Right. And I get very upset with that. That's the game that they all play, and people are so ready to believe that. They're so ready. They're so ready to believe.
Hey! Of course I remember you. How could I forget? I'd love to. Where are you staying? The Falcon Grand? That sounds awesome.
No, I'm really sick. Can't make it to work today. Yeah, I don't know. It could be the flu, Ebola. It could be anything. I might be out all week.
You know I wasn't having that. I know they had small dicks, but damn! All that sucking and I ain't even getting the job? Bro! No, Broham. It's all sounding a little más stressful para mio. It's just like so trippy that
Yeah, well, the widespread warnings I think were certainly warranted. The size of the earthquake, as we just heard, is historic. It certainly seems to be one of the 10 magnitude earthquakes that we've ever had on the planet. And it was a shallow. It was a, what we call a subduction zone earthquake in a shallow position offshore. That means a tsunami very likely. We've seen some early reports that maybe it's not as bad as might be feared, and that's great. That should scale, meaning the size will also not be as bad in the other places that still haven't seen it yet. But
having everybody on advisory and on alert is exactly the appropriate response.
Yeah, this was an 8.8 magnitude
Wow.
earthquake, as you pointed out. It was a shallow earthquake. It took place in Russia's Far East, 250 kilometers or 160 miles away from Hokkaido in Japan. Just how much damage can just the quake do to this area?
Yeah, so fortunately, it's not a heavily populated region, but a quake of that magnitude is similar in scope to, Japan's earthquake in 2011. It's a little bit smaller. That's good. The shaking to nearby regions would be very strong and very protracted. Strong shaking for minutes potentially in order to generate an earthquake
Oh,
of
you know
this
what? I
size.
forgot mine.
So that's not the discounted at all. But the tsunami is probably the real major hazard from an event like this.
Yeah, let's talk more, digging deeper in the tsunami in just a moment. But I just want to confirm one more point. Preliminary reports out of Russia say little to no damage caused by the quake. Does that sound right to you? Does that track?
Yeah, if so, that's excellent news. These offshore earthquakes sometimes have a characteristic of kind of directing their energy outward towards the ocean as opposed to back towards the nearby land. If that proves to be true for this event, then that will be a real win for everyone.
Okay, and now let's turn our focus to the tsunami waves. The alerts are in effect. Hawaii is expecting the first wave readings to come in at the top of the hour. It's still very early, but just how widespread could the damage from these tsunami waves be?
I think what we see in Hawaii will be a test of what we might expect around the rest of the Pacific Rim, reaching Hawaii, obviously, as you said, sooner. It could scale anywhere from really not any significant damage at all at long distances to significant damage in areas that are right at coastal levels. I mean, it's important to emphasize people don't need to panic if they're, far away from the shoreline or more than, a few meters above sea level for most distant regions. But right at the shoreline in harbors, marinas, coastal towns, that's where the hazard lies.
And there is that really worrying comparison between this magnitude 8.8 earthquake and that massive earthquake in 2011, the one that
But I still got plenty of old friends who give me trade prices. That's why you hired me, though, right?
How do these two seismic events compare, especially as we await?
Well, he didn't know because but then I always pose back to the question. Yeah. Y'all always saying that y'all could clock us miles away.
So how did we know?
So it's very confusing to me. When from the top of the highest mountains, you all scream, look at the shoulders, look at the back, look at the neck, look at the earlobes, look at the kneecaps, look at the toe bit, look at the fingernail, look at the. It's this, like I know, so I know a blind man can see. Oh, there's no way. So when men come through with the same thing of, oh, I didn't know, you immediately believe it. And I'm like, how is this?
And like you said, in that case, he laid the tip, so he definitely did.
Well,
oh, others. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think we come to the end of the show.
You said it's not women saying that. Yes. Queen of Hearts. Yes. Yes. There are women that are saying that they they say that we're always somewhere trying to fool men.
Well, how is it that women are always able to point out the trainees, but the men can never figure it out?
Until it's too late.
Until after they depart.
And I'm going to challenge another statement. There's no way that a man and a woman looks alike.
Well,
I just be like, oh, y'all be saying this. We saw two lights. We saw two clocky cunts in the restaurant.
that were a clocking.
That Mo was like, Mo was like, I don't know if this is the time for you. And G was over there like,
Is that big Ben over there?
G was very much so like, everybody was like, everybody was like, what? Camilla, they were clocky. They were good. They were clocky.
Ooh.
Very clocky. One was like, dark. The lighter one was very light.
Mm.
I think you were saying it was dark one because she was just big and she looked like a big, like it was like a lot of work. Oh, a lot of work. It was a lot of work. Right, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. She wasn't doing as much as that light skin one. Her light skin one, and I was like, girl, lean. I was so, everybody was like, girl.
But she just kept walking.
I was like, bro, we see your pussy. He's like, girl, we see your pussy lips, man. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh God. Like, bro, you didn't get your bladder checked. It was that. It was that. I know when stuff be going on like that, Mo. I've been living this life for a very long time. She just started like I think we even let the manager like as soon as Madison came in, like everybody they started moving tables, they started trying to get everything together. So what happened once they saw that this she moved and shit, then they were like they started trying. Yeah, it was just I listen to great. Do you hear me?
I do.
Jesus Christ. This girl, sit down. Girl, the more you walk, the more danger that white rumble is getting on you, girl. I really want to take that white rumble up and dip that bitch and have it black. Because she just kept pulling it out of her pussy.
She had this too small waffle.
Like every time, I said, okay, so this is
The fifth time, she's come out.
he said the only reason that women are being mistaken for trans women is because trans women are cosplaying real women. No, actually, we're not cosplaying real women, honey. We're living our lives as transgender women. We're living our lives as transgender women, honey. We sorry, we share a lead. We fall up under the umbrella. You're just a female. You're female, but we fall under the umbrella. Sweet.
Because you've seen this video before.
Yeah. We fall under the umbrella, sweet. It's unfortunate that that's a problem for you, but you'll be fine. You'll be okay. Take your medication, Roman. You'll be okay. You'll be all right. So that's what that is, girl. And that girl was freaking in the mud. So she definitely looked like her Curtis. With a quick weed. She gave Curtis with a quick weed. Sorry.
Somebody said, let's stop acting like we don't know strong face women.
She gave Curtis with a quick weed. There are trans women that have softer jawlines than she did.
Oh.
There are trans women that have softer jawlines than she did. She gave Curtis about the jaw.
Oh. Oh.
It was definitely because we were sitting at the table like, oh. And oh, and listen, when the real men, Now we keep saying this pussy come out here. Because that pussy, it was empty pussy. She had no problem. And that rumor was, that was, those was that rumor. We were all in text saying,
No.
it was the discussion when we got back to the car. I was like, girl. That was some loose stuff.
Mm-mm.
So, boy, shaking. Oh, and that's cat. And I just looked across the table, and I looked across the restaurant, and I'm like, oh, that's why she's doing that. I was like, oh yeah, he's just wrong. He's already wrong. That's like, it's like Destiny's Children. I was yes, very much so. I was just about to ask that. That woman is filled with surprises. How we be there. We definitely be there for it. You know, I almost kind of think that, I almost think she's kind of slowing down. What do you mean? Like all that dancing. I think she's still gonna create music, but I think all that hard dancing for 3 hours, you know, all the tour dates and bitch, you don't even like to do a meet and greet. Telling my motherfucking niggas. Speaking of it, you run the commercial house. Like, you don't even like to do a meet and greet. I'm almost 44. Yeah. I mean, she's had 3 children. Like, ain't nobody trying to do all that pop locking and dropping and shit. All of them heels and boots. You can even tell how she changed her shoes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, when she was in her 20s, she'd be in them heels dancing. Oh, your friend could just make some sense. Oh, so I had asked them. She's looking at the stuff like coming down from the ceiling and stuff like that, all type of thing. I don't know. Shit, Tina Turner was doing it in the 70s. Remember that one where Tina ran across that thing? Steamy window! Steamy window! But Frank, that's the you know what Tina Turner did? Just the black voice. People like that, Frank. She left me at, what's the song? What's love got to do with it? What's love but second hand emotion? And she back when she did, I don't really care who's wrong or right. I don't really want to fight no more. Standing windows. Yeah, yeah, she was. So you mean to tell me y'all don't know Steamy Windows? And I know she divorced herself from R&B and all that stuff because of the relationship with Ida. But yeah, I wasn't really interested in all that other stuff. I need like we don't need another
know. We don't need.
Right, so you only know that.
Yeah, this stuff is like black adjacent.
Man, you can't do that.
Now listen,
Man, you can't do that because you don't. There's some black things
that you don't know.
you don't fuck with. There's some black things that you don't fuck with.
Girl, you don't even know Lucky Day.
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. That's what you said, lovely day. You said lovely day.
I said Lucky Day. And don't get me started, because you don't know Kevin.
Now, bust the windows out the car.
She done had 15 hours since then.
What was the show that she said she didn't watch?
Cosby. A Different World, Cosby. So she had no connection about it to all woman.
Unfortunately.
Now, one of the bitches from 90210 died.
They just did. That's nothing to do. Great. Why did she say she watched 90210?
Because she can see herself in the show.
I was a white fanny at the time.
Okay, LeBron, I mean,
Beautiful line here.
LeBron.
I am Shirley.
I always hated his name.
I am Shirley.
Why wasn't his name Ian? Why had to be Ian?
Can't have a line here.
Shannon Doherty.
Shannon Doherty. Bitch, I used to think I was from that house of Doherty. Yes, ma'am, bitch. Shannon was my gay mom.
No, is she still living? No. I know she died. Yeah, she. She was gathered up out.
She had breast cancer.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes. They said she was a nasty snatch though. Oh, really? They said she was a nasty ass. That's what when a white person calls you. When a white person says you're a nasty ass, that means you're a nasty cunt. Oh, for real? They call pussy ass. They said that mama was a nasty ass bitch. Stories I read about her, I was like, yeah. Bitch, they said, bitch, that mama was very much so like, girl. I mean, she tore her down. Like, got rid of her over there in Charm. They got rid of her over there in Charm.
Mom, you watch Charm?
They said she was a nasty ass.
BBC Charm.
So they said she they say she was I like that. She was a nasty ass.
Not a nasty gas.
The Charm castmates would run her in the ground. Then she went over there to that other show. What was that show she went over there to, girl? And the people was like, don't come over here with all this.
Really?
What was the show she left?
Let me see.
She went over there and they told her, don't come over here. And then that Rose McGowan. I don't see they tell that Rose McGowan up to. Is it true that her and Melissa was going at each other? That's what they said. And they was carrying on over there in that show.
What show was it?
Charm.
Oh, I thought you said she left there and went to something else.
And she left there. What show that she left and went to? They replaced her because she was rude. What?
Wait, what?
They said she went over there. They was like, girl, stop this. Girl, come on here with this shit, girl. They said they told her, don't come over here with this bullshit. They said scare tactics.
You know what? I'm still looking this up, but you know what? We forgot to talk about is that motherfucking Shannon.
That Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp showed that motherfucker.
That Shannon Sharp retired that white girl. Oh, we need to talk about it in the top Wednesday.
Yes, we'll talk about that Wednesday.
At the top Wednesday. That's what y'all niggas scared.
Right.
That's what y'all niggas scared.
Y'all mad.
Y'all niggas scared, Jack. Y'all go out there, you done retire this white bitch, this black girl still out here. Well, they say Shannon Doherty is best known for her roles as Brenda Walsh in the TV series Beverly Hills 90210 and Prue Hollowell in the TV. She's also appeared in the movie Heathers and had roles in the film like Mara. Where is the controversy, bitch?
I thought you were looking for the name of the show.
No, they will tell you, bitch. They will tell you, bitch, that girl went over there and started terrorizing the show that don't come over you. she very much so was a white woman. It gave very white woman. Bitch, don't, they was like, don't come over here with this. I'm hot and I'm white. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What's it? Hey Siri. What was the controversy with Shannon Daughtery? It's in for a big small for 2 years. She was over there tearing the thing up. Ever bitch. That would have been the last time. And that is just how she said it. She carries on. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my God. All right, so we'll see y'all Wednesday. We'll talk more about it. Y'all we get out of here midnight business. Craig got to transform, bitch. Got to swear before sin. Got to transform. What am I going to transform into? Oh, there's no Sriracha. No Sriracha. Get ready to sink your teeth in it tonight. A nasty gag. We'll see you. Listen, Houston. Oh my God, you're coming to Houston. We've been promoting this for weeks now. One of the shows is already sold out, so please get your tickets. We don't know when we're coming back to Houston because we're giving you 3 shows this time. Yeah, because I'm not paying over there tickets. I'm not going to give you hope. And I snatch you in. Trying to send you to the promised land over there, else I won't get you.
Oh, God.
So they send you to El Salvador? I'm not telling nobody's feet. You don't have nothing to worry about that. Bitch, I ain't worried about it. They ain't. To the right.
The tsunami fallout.
Girl, so they had been to the bank.
It's early to know, but the characteristic, the earthquake type was very similar.
Spontaneous dancers, and indoor explorers.
Oh, girl. Oh. Girl, I'm crying. Oh, God. Oh, God. I've been to the bank.
Access pass starts here. I'm Rafael Globo in Atlanta. This is CNN.
Welcome back to CNN Newsroom. I'm Christy Stout, and let's take a look at today's top stories. Nations around the Pacific are bracing for potential tsunami waves after one of the strongest earthquakes ever recorded struck off Russia's far eastern coast. Tsunami advisories have been issued for
What happened in Russia?
the Philippines, Indonesia, the U.S., and Canada. The governor of Hawaii has urged people to evacuate coastal areas and to expect flooding. Now, the British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, says he will recognize a Palestinian state if Israel doesn't take, quote, steps to end the appalling situation in Gaza. Starmer is demanding Israel agree to a ceasefire and commit to a long-term sustainable peace. Israel says the move would loss. India could soon face higher U.S. tariffs. President Trump has now threatened to raise them up to 25% if there is no trade agreement. It is not entirely clear what the sticking points are. India's Commerce Minister recently sounded optimistic about striking a deal before the U.S. self-imposed August 1st deadline. Okay, more on our top story this hour. Several countries around the Pacific Ocean are bracing for potential tsunamis after a massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake struck off of Russia's east coast. Evacuations are already underway in Hawaii, where authorities warn that the first tsunami wave could arrive within the hour. The governor of Hawaii is urging residents to stay far away from coastal areas as a potential tsunami could, quote, wrap around the islands. We go now live to Honolulu, Hawaii, where I'm joined now by Helen Janishevsky. She is the assistant professor in the School of Ocean and Earth Science and Technology at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. And thank you, Professor, for joining us here on the program. Again, Hawaii's first wave update is set to come in at 1:10 a.m. Eastern Time. That's just at the top of the hour, 40 minutes from now. What kind of waves are you expecting? And as a scientist, what will you be looking out for when the waves come in?
Yeah, so a tsunami wave is extremely different than your typical ocean wave that you see when you go down to the beach. It's a very long wavelength, long period wave. So when this wave does arrive, it will take quite a while for it to finish its coming onto shore and then receding. And there may be several episodes of it. So that is part of why a tsunami wave is so dangerous. It's very much just like a torrent of floodwater coming at you at the coastline compared to the typical waves that you see down at the beach.
Yeah, we heard from the governor of Hawaii who said, first of all, residents get away from the coast, go up country, go to higher ground. But he also said that this potential tsunami could, quote, wrap around the islands. Is that what we're expecting here, that the tsunami waves will wrap around the islands in these sort of concentric circles and come in and out for a period of time?
So when a tsunami wave is propagating over the open ocean, there's not many barriers for it to hit. So it propagates outwards. As it approaches these coastal areas, you have a lot of really complex geometry, not only along the coastline, but in what we call the bathymetry or the topography of the seafloor. And all of those things can have really significant impacts on how the wave comes up to the coastline, where it might amplify. And so that's some of what they're talking about. To be aware of that it's not just the coastlines that are facing the direction that the wave is coming from, that there may actually be very complicated patterns as it arrives here.
So when these waves do come up to Hawaii's coastline, which is expected in just over half an hour from now, what kind of damage could they incur?
So like I said, it can be more like flooding than your typical ocean wave. And so those are the kinds of impacts that one might be worried about in terms of infrastructure in coastal and low-lying areas. That is also why it is so important for people to evacuate the areas, right? Water moving quickly can really knock a person down quite easily. You don't need a lot of it. And so it's very, very dangerous. This will also be happening pretty close to high tide here, which will potentially amplify the impacts as well.
Okay, now, Professor, you're an expert in earth sciences there at the University of Hawaii. You're also a resident of Hawaii. Could you give us a sense of just the mood on the ground, what kind of alerts have gone out there? How prepared are residents for the waves when they start coming in?
Yeah, so I've been getting alerts since around 2 p.m. or so local time. I'm kind of losing track at this point, but definitely I've been getting alerts regularly on my mobile phone, through emails. Earlier in the day, I'll see employees were ordered to go home. Fortunately, I live in an area that's not an evacuation zone, and so in that case, you're advised to, go at home and stay off the roads as much as possible. I've heard that there's been traffic and congestion for people that are trying to get out of the low-lying areas. So again, that's why it's been so important to get these messages out early so that we can evacuate those areas by the time the waves do arrive. But in general, over the last several hours, It's been a lot of alerts and news traveling around to people here.
And quickly, Hawaii, where there's limited land mass and a lot of coast, where do people go to evacuate?
Yeah, so fortunately, Hawaii has a lot of topography. So unlike some other locations that are very flat, we do actually have places where you can get to high elevations fairly quickly. And so there's very well-published evacuation maps. And so the priority is really to get to higher ground.
All right, Professor Yanuszewski, thank you so much for joining us. Get to higher ground. Be safe to you, all your colleagues, and your friends and family as well. Take care. Thank you for your insights.
Thank you.
We'll get another story we're monitoring this hour. And up next, China has been dethroned as the #1 exporter of smartphones to the U.S., and it is largely thanks to one tech company trying to keep up with Donald Trump's shifting trade policies. We got this story after the break.
Lunch is on me today.
Awesome. Why?
I have some extra cash right now. I started using Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, are you saying you get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll
Finally.
make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash.
Right? You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back?
It's like free money. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Use this promo code and get an extra 25 cents a gallon cash bonus on your first tank.
Thanks.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. Download the free Upside app now. Earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code REPAIR25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank.
Did you download the Upside app yet?
Yes, of course. I'm not passing up free money. I'm earning real cash back now every time I get gas.
Just download the free Upside app and use promo code REPAIR25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. If you drive, you need Upside. Earn cash back on every gallon of gas you buy. Plus, you can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. So whether you're driving around town a couple times a week or driving hundreds of miles every day, Upside is for you. Don't wait. Some Upside users are making as much as $200 to $300. Download the free Upside app and use promo code REPAIR25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code REPAIR25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Do you have a box of videotapes, film reels, or photos that are degrading? Legacy Box professionally converts them to DVDs, thumb drive, or the cloud. Legacy Box is simple and safe, with over 1 million satisfied customers. Visit legacybox.com.
What you carrying?
I ate a toy. Turns out what goes in
Doesn't always.
Criminal, why wait for more surprises? Get 90% cash back on eligible vet bills for accidents and illnesses with a Pumpkin Pet Insurance Plan. Visit pumpkin.care.
This is just about the best gig I ever had.
Toma.
Sure as hell beats the army.
Subtle curves. Curated upgrades. Elevated design for thoughtful living.
Toma.
We try to be global and we try to be smart. But I want to hear our authentic voices of people who are passionate, who are intelligent, and that's the consistency that we try to get at. Fareed Zakaria, GPS, Sundays on CNN.
Join me, Larry McDowell, as I introduce you to Africa's trendsetters. See how they use their talents, resources, and passion to make a difference on the continent. This is African Voices Change Makers.
Jaggery Chanda and Artem Alpha are telling Africa's rich story, one beat at a time.
You can't put boundaries on music. It's a spiritual thing.
African Voices Changemakers on CNN.
I'm Mike Valerio in Seoul, South Korea, and this is CNN.
Why, particularly in Gaza, why is leadership failed here?
Selfish, short-term interest.
The allegations is of killing, stomach-churning stuff. Yes, it is. What happens, Maria Queen Machado, what happens if you're arrested? We weren't taking one day at a time. What would it take, Mr. President, for Serbia to acknowledge Kosovo's independence? And it is here, on these grounds, St. Peter's Square, that his funeral will be held. This is what 18 months of war has done for the children of Gaza. Where do you find empathy with some of these autocrats? Have you used ChatGPT to write any songs? Not yet. The genocide in Rwanda made you almost quit photography. Tell us about that moment. How does this story shape all of you who are the future? Welcome back. Now, tsunami forecasters say waves up to 3 meters could hit coastal areas in several countries around the Pacific after a massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake struck off the eastern coast of Russia. It was the strongest quake since 2011 when a 9.0 tremor hit northeast Japan, triggering a devastating tsunami. So far, reported waves have been slightly smaller than predicted, but people on the coasts of California and Hawaii are being told to stay away from the shoreline. Now, for the first time, India has overtaken China as the #1 exporter of smartphones to the U.S. Now, the surge in exports is due largely to tech giant Apple shifting its manufacturing away from China in favor of India, given the uncertainty with the U.S. trade policy. We've got more details now from CNN's Claire Duffy.
India's smartphone making industry has gotten a huge boost, mainly from Apple shifting production of its iPhones there and away from China. This is a trend that's been happening for the past few years, but has really accelerated this year because of the higher cost of tariffs on goods imported from China. Apple CEO Tim Cook said back in May that the majority of iPhones sold in the United States would now be coming from India. And this new report from the market research firm Canalys really underscores the effects of that shift. It finds that Indian-made devices now account for 44% of smartphones that were imported into the United States during the second quarter. That's up from just 13% in the same period in the prior year. And meanwhile, devices assembled in China account for 25% of the smartphones that were sold in the United States, so about half of India's share. I will say, though, that Apple is still deeply dependent on China for many of the components that are going into its iPhones, even if they're being assembled in India. And I also think this is interesting. You're seeing how Trump's tariff policies are starting to play out. While the president may be hoping that tech companies will bring their manufacturing back to the United States, in many cases, we're just seeing them shift their manufacturing to other countries. I will say, too, that while Apple may be now avoiding tariffs on goods imported from China, it might not be out of the woods yet. President Trump said on Tuesday that he is considering a tariff up to 25% on goods imported from India if the two countries cannot reach a trade agreement. Claire Duffy, CNN, New York.
You're watching CNN Newsroom, coming to you live from Hong Kong. We'll be right back with more news. You're watching CNN.
Lunch is on me today. Awesome. Why? I have some extra cash right now. I started using Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, are you saying you get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything? I'll make around $200 to $300. Wow, that's serious extra cash.
Right? You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back?
It's like free money. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Use this promo code and get an extra 25 cents a gallon cash bonus on your first tank.
Thanks.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. Download the free Upside app now. Earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code REPAIR25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank.
Did you download the Upside app yet?
Yes, of course. I'm not passing up free money. I'm earning real cash back now every time I get gas.
Just download the free Upside app and use promo code REPAIR25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. If you drive, you need Upside. Earn cash back on every gallon of gas you buy. Plus, you can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. So whether you're driving around town a couple times a week or driving hundreds of miles every day, Upside is for you. Don't wait. Some Upside users are making as much as $200 to $300. Download the free Upside app and use promo code REPAIR25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code REPAIR25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
This is One World.
The world's top headlines with some of the world's biggest players.
Stories that captivate from two unique perspectives.
What does that mean for wider escalation?
One World with Zain Asher and Bianca Golodriga. Weekdays on CNN.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Happiness could lead to living longer. You want to know how? On my podcast, Chasing Life, I'm uncovering the secrets of people around the world who are living happy, healthy, extraordinary lives. Hear how they do it and the science behind why it works. Join me as I reveal their secrets and discover how we can chase life together. Listen to Chasing Life with me, Dr.
GPS tracker confirmed. I have your position. I will also access compound CCTV once you are inside. You know what I like about you, boss? You're never afraid to return to the scene of the crime. Even if it involves underwater drainage pipe. It's just up ahead. Okay, next up, maintenance. We cannot resist coming back, huh? Like child in candy store. Or as we say in Russia, like child breaking into secure compound, huh?
Sanjay, where do you get your podcasts?
Are you in? You did not get sucked into a turbine.
Connection with stories from around the
I
world.
have two operations in the same way, huh?
We are genius.
We'll look for the vault. Maybe start in the central building.
Rick Wall with Becky Adams.
Weekdays on CNN.
Minute to go. Minute to go.
Be careful in this area. Mr. Rubio's personal bodyguards,
Minute to go.
they hide their soldiers and they will know you are not one of them, no matter what uniform you are wearing.
It's a race against time. The minute of Amy Atala was one of the hardest hit by the earthquake.
No sé, pero anda por aquí. Pregúntenle.
This is the face of Israeli settler violence in occupied West Bank. They beat us and try to kill us. They can't see anyone. They're too afraid.
Seeing people taken to the street in massive protest against these proposed
Palestinian prisoners, detainees. We built everything, even this. They say the Turkish families come first. We all this earthquake affected all of us. Brothers and sisters.
If you come up against a door you cannot open, I expect you've already killed the man with the key.
¡Nos tenemos que retirar!
Well, judging from the lack of terrified screams, I will assume you made it through the uncharted tunnel and into the den of strung-out militiamen. Good. Things are going according to plan, huh? Now, let's see what he has for us in the vault this time. Do you have both key cards for this door?
How important is that? Be unafraid.
You have reasonable grounds to believe that alleged war crime. Have been committed. Have compassion. That's real trauma, what you have been through.
You know what? I'm going to bed.
Is Israel in full control of its territory?
I didn't.
With a search for answers takes you with Anderson Cooper 360 tonight on CNN.
We try to be global and we try to be smart. But I want to hear authentic voices of people who are passionate, who are intelligent, and that's the consistency that we try to get at.
Fareed Zakaria GPS, Sundays on CNN.
Get the day's top 5 stories, all in one podcast. The 5 things you need to hear in under 5 minutes. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
My show brings you the latest news and top news makers. Do you feel the Trump administration understand what's at stake?
I'll be honest, we have to work on it.
I'm on Paul, weekdays on CNN.
Why would I use HIMS to get doctor-trusted treatments delivered to my door? I love pharmacy.
Why wouldn't you get effective treatment for ED, hair loss, and weight loss? I love HIMS. Get treatment you'll actually love at HIMS.com.
And in this family, there has to be drama. Chaos, competition. Wow. That's what makes us us.
I'm Will Ripley in Taipei, Taiwan, and this is CNN.
This is CNN breaking news.
Oh, dear.
With nations around the Pacific bracing for potential tsunami waves after one of the strongest earthquakes ever reported struck off Russia's far eastern coast just a few hours ago. Tsunami warnings and advisories have been issued for countries including Japan, Russia.
All right, I'm going to bed because I'm tired.
The U.S. West Coast and parts of Central and South America.
But y'all have a great hump day.
People across Japan have been urged to move to safer ground.
I think I'll see y'all. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It'll be later, I think,
the sixth most
than
powerful
usual.
on record.
But everybody, see y'all.
In Honolulu, Hawaii, beachgoers began to evacuate. Tsunami waves reaching more than 3 meters.
So yeah, y'all have a great night, and I will see y'all later.
Hawaiian Islands. The state's governor says the tsunami waves will wrap around